Today we're going to be playing the decks of the top 5 ranked players in Clash Royale right now. So guys, we're going to work our way up one by one, and right now we're starting off with the number 5 player's deck. He was playing this Giant Skeleton Graveyard deck, which is actually pretty weird because I feel like Giant Skeleton has been such a bad card for so long, but all of a sudden people have actually been running it in Graveyard a lot. Wow, what the heck? Wait guys, look at that interaction. The minions actually no longer get targeted by the tower when they're hitting a mortar like that in that position. Wow, that's surprising. Oh snap, please Cannoneer. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I thought the Cannoneer would sell for me right there, but I think we're chilling. Oh no, what? Oh my. Bro. I just sold the game. We already lost, guys. Man. Well, guys, the reason why we have Cannoneer in this deck is because it just does a lot better at countering the Furnace, as you can see here. But, man, I think I lost this game. That was just such a bad play by me to obviously play this snowball too early. But I think the reason why Giant Skeleton is so good with Graveyard right now is, well, first off, it got a nice damage buff. And also, second off, oh, he has poison too. But yeah, also second off, it just tanks for so long, I feel like. And it allows you to get really nice counter pushes. Like, you know, something like a Giant, for example. It is good with the Graveyard, but you don't get any counter push ever with it, right? But with the Giant Skeleton, you get really nice counter pushes, which is really a nice thing about it. We do get one Berserker hit there on the tower, guys. You know, I feel like I could have had a chance in this matchup, but he does have Poison and Dark Goblin, which is not too good for us. Alright, I'm going to get my HUD up high here, guys, because I feel like he might try to get a Mortar down soon. But if he doesn't, we can probably just set up with the Giant Skelly in the back and try to get a push going. Okay, he does play the Mortar. I'm just going to go for my Giant Skelly right here. And if he goes for a Skelly Barrel, I think... you know, I think actually I have to Executioner just because it's evolved. I don't think minions would actually suffice at stopping it. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world, guys. Let's go for our Graveyard here. I probably should have went for it a little bit earlier, so... it could tank for the Giant Skeleton. When you're facing Cannoneer, you actually want the Graveyard to tank usually. So, maybe that could have been a little bit better for me. Wow, minions are killing absolutely everything here, guys. I'm going to go with the Hut down low because I know he has the Evo Mortar in cycle now, guys. And we have to be really careful about that. If he goes for the Mortar, I will just probably get my minions up high. So, maybe we'll be okay, actually. Yeah, let's just go for the minions. I just love how they're not going to get targeted by the Cannoneer tower. Makes it so good for us to get those minions down every time. He does go in for the Skelly Barrel, but our Executioner should kill that and the Dark Goblin. Okay, Dark Goblin, what? What are you doing, Dark Goblin? Bro, what is that Dark Goblin even thinking at this point? How is that doing that? Alright, he goes in for the Skelly King, guys. We have a good push going right now. With this deck, it's, yeah, as I said, just all about counter pushing. Unfortunately, though, we just had such bad interactions and such a bad start that things are not looking particularly nice for us. That's a decent Executioner throw, but man, our Giant Skeleton is taking damage here. Dang it, dude. Alright, he does go in for the Poison. That's good. Let's get an Evo Snowball down, maybe. Oh, no, we don't really hit anything. Wait, guys, our Spear Goblins! Yo, our Spear Goblins! No way, guys, we could actually come back in this game! We're winning right now, guys. I don't know how this is possible. I was already starting to go quiet, because to be honest, I just thought I lost for sure, guys, but... Hold up, man. Hold the phone. I think we actually might be able to win this one. What a nice Executioner shot there. Let's just go in for a Graveyard. The thing is, guys, they can always poison the Graveyard, but you always get some lucky RNG damage. Look at this damage. Look, 2 skeleton hits there. 3 skeleton hits there. Almost more. Oh my gosh. Let's just get our minions down. Bro, minions are literally the MVP of this deck, guys. I did not realize that. Let's just go in for another Graveyard. Do whatever you want, buddy. I'm just gonna get a curse down. Nice! We hit the curse on the Dark Goblin there. And my goodness, dude, that was such a nice comeback with the number 5 players deck. I'm loving it. The number 4 players deck looks absolutely insane, guys. It's basically Golem, 3 Musketeers with a bunch of spammy bait cards. And I think the reason it's actually not the worst now is because there's so much Cannoneer going around. And a lot of these bait cards just completely destroy Cannoneer. However, I feel like Furnace would absolutely hard counter this deck. So I'm not really sure how the guy even makes this work. I guess we're going to figure it out right now and just see what we can do. We do get our Skarmy down here, making sure to protect our Furnace. This guy has Lightning and Goblin Cage. Hopefully it's not going to be Electro Giant. Maybe it could be Lava Hound, actually. I think we could just get a Golem in the back right now, just because we want to kind of get stuff rolling. You want to play this deck somewhat aggressively, guys, because if you just try to defend all the time, your cycle gets so awkward. But if you try to pressure sometimes, I feel like then you just kind of get the momentum going more in your favor, and you get your opponent to play stuff how you want it to be played. Now, this guy probably does have the Evo cage, so maybe our Horde can kill that. Oh, he has arrows too. Arrows, lightning, Valkyrie, bro. How many more splash cards do you want? I mean, splash damage cards do you want, bro? This is bad. I don't even know what this guy's win condition is. I'm assuming it's probably Lava Hound here. We do get some decent arrows. We definitely have to get our Skarmy up high to block this Spirit Empress here. We do a pretty good job, actually. Okay, that's not bad. See, as you guys could see here, that Golem looked kind of weird. It looked kind of for no reason, but it sort of just, like, forced him to worry about something he didn't want to worry about, and instead of making a push himself, he was just forced to try to defend my stuff. So I think right now we just go for the pump, and then he's probably going to lightning, and then maybe we just get another Golem push, and our 3M can probably get pretty good value. Okay, he does go for the Hound in the back, guys. I'm just going to go for my Barbs here, because he wasted the Valkyrie, he wasted the minions. He might have to cage. Yeah, he has to go for the cage there, but that's pretty nice for me, I would say. Alright, let's just go for the Horde up high. I know he's probably going to arrows it regardless, but it'll get a little bit of DPS down right there. I'm going to get my Furnace here. He does go for the Spirit Empress. I'm kind of expecting a lightning out of him soon, but we'll see. Oh, he does go for the Evolved Valkyrie right there. We get some nice arrows value though, guys. And look at the Evo Furnace, man, putting in the work here. Oh, snap, I have to Barbs here. Kind of weird Barbarians, guys, but at least it prevented a little bit of damage from him. Oh my gosh, he's going in for another Lava Hound. He might go for some very late arrows here. Yeah, he goes for the late arrows, but you guys can see, even against the arrows, the Horde still gets some value for us because it still takes down a lot of stuff before it dies. So that's good. Okay, he gets a lot of damage there, guys, but I feel like we're kind of getting the momentum in our favor a little bit right now. So we get another pump down. I'm expecting an aggressive Hound. But guys, wait, he wasted the lightning, so let's just go for the 3M. Let's get the 3M down finally. Nice, we get our 3M down. We'll see what he does. Probably going to be a Hound at the bridge right here, so we're going to have to maybe get some tankage going. Yeah, let's just get a tank here. We could get our Furnace down as well. That Lava Hound was low-key trash. That was actually a... Bro, that was such a bad Lava Hound. What is this guy thinking? He just wasn't expecting my 3M to come out right there, I guess. I think we have to arrows this, though. Alright, guys, now's probably our time to make a good push. I think we have to go same lane with the Golem, just so that way we get some sort of tanking for our stuff that we're going to play here in a second. Okay, guys, we have to go for the 3M here, then we just get, like, an insane amount of stuff to, like, kind of body block, maybe, is what we have to do here. Wait, let's just get our Evo Barbs down. Guys, let's spam everything! Oh my gosh! Let's get an Evo Furnace down. Oh my gosh! Guys, I think he can't defend! How can he defend this? There's literally nothing he can do. Yo! This deck is actually so good! Oh my gosh, he had no chance. So the number 3 players deck is actually another graveyard deck, except this time we have a bit of a different variation. We do have the Berserker up in here, as well as the Knight for a little bit of a cheaper cycle. I feel like it can make the deck a bit more versatile, but at the same time, the Giant Skeleton version definitely has its pros as well. Very nice poison right there. Guys, let me know if you think Berserker needs a nerf. I saw some people recently saying they want Berserker to get a slight HP nerf. I'm not really sure myself. I feel like it's in a pretty strong spot right now. It synergizes really well with a lot of the meta cards, but it's only been meta for a short time, so I don't know if they have to kill it already, you know what I mean? Also, hopefully we can defend this push here. That was kind of maybe a bit of an over-aggressive graveyard by me, to be honest, but it's okay. Yeah, a little bit aggressive by me. Oh, this guy has Logbait, actually. Didn't even realize. Very nice Berserker there, fully countering the Goblin Barrel. It just attacks so fast that it's able to deal with Storm pretty decently, despite not having splash damage. I'm kind of curious to see how the Cannoneer will do against Bait now, guys, because people have been saying that the Cannoneer rework actually buffed it in types of matchups like this. Man, to be honest, guys, I feel like we could have been up a lot of damage now, but our first Graveyard sort of sold for us because the Prince, I thought, would get distracted by it, but it just barely didn't, so kind of got sold by that, but maybe we can make stuff happen. Oh, yes, we get the Fire Spirit on the tower. You love to see it, and we fully counter the Furnace there. Guys, if you want to fully counter the Furnace with the poison, you just have to make sure that you poison basically... Wow, that's aggressive. Basically right as, or like right before the Furnace walks into the poison, that's when you want to poison. Like right before it walks into the poison range, and that's how you fully counter it with the poison spell. As well as other troops like the Musketeer, for example. You can fully counter with poison if you poison right before it looks like it's about to walk into it. Alright, I didn't even realize this guy had Mega Knight. I don't know what the heck this guy's trying to do here with this crazy looking deck. He has quite a few interesting things. We're going to have to get our Knight down here as well as the Berserker to deal with that. I kind of have to poison here. See, I could have had a good graveyard opportunity, guys, because... Okay, wait, actually now I'm going to go for it with the Evo Furnace. I feel like that's worth it. And he plays a Prince right into it. Ice Spirit tanks for the graveyard, guys. Ice Spirit is for real an underrated graveyard tank. Graveyard will take the whole tower. He goes for the Evo Mega Knight, but the Skarmy's going to take out most of the Prince here. I mean, it's not a Skarmy, but like it looks like a Skarmy. You know what I mean? We're going to get our Bar Barrel down here, and we're going to defend this easily. Having the double tank is so nice against spam decks like Mega Knight Bridge Spam. And wow, we just completely dominated. What a strong defense. He goes for the Prince here and the Bats, but as you guys could see, the Swarm was really no problem for us. We were able to deal with it pretty easily using our Furnace and our different spells. Quite surprisingly, we actually have Hog Earthquake as the deck that the number 2 player is using right now. I thought Hog Earthquake wouldn't really be the best in the meta because I was trying it with the Furnace and it was working pretty well, but I was just thinking that it would be so hard to kill the opponent's Furnaces with only an Earthquake and not a bigger spell like Poison. But it turns out that after the Furnace nerf, you can actually face it pretty decently just using something like an Earthquake and a Log, because a couple Logs plus an Earthquake does kill it and you get pretty good tower damage in the process as well. So this deck is actually pretty nice. And one of the weaknesses of Earthquake is that you might struggle a little bit to splash down stuff like a minion horde, but the Furnace is obviously just so good at doing that, so definitely a pretty nice combo to have it in Hog Earthquake. He does get the Furnace down the middle, which is kind of annoying for us actually, because I feel like it's just going to take a long time for it to die, but hey, we have our Mighty Miner right here. Hopefully he doesn't have a Lightning right now. I feel like he's going to have a Lightning. He's definitely going to. I knew it because I said it, he did, but he missed it. Wow. I kind of manifested that though, guys, by saying I hope he doesn't have Lightning. That basically made the game give him a Lightning right there. But yeah, he completely missed that. Even if he didn't miss that, I feel like that still would have been kind of decent for us. I think we still would have killed everything, but probably would have taken a little bit more damage. Let me get my Earthquake down. I don't know why I didn't Earthquake earlier. I was kind of forgot he had cannon, to be honest. Alright guys, there's the Evolved Furnace in the back. Now I could play my own Evo Furnace, but I think what's better here is just to go for a cannon. Dude, I really want them to nerf the range of the Furnace to either 5 tiles or 5.5 so a cannon can actually shoot the Furnace itself. Because right now the cannon can only shoot the fire spirits of the Furnace, but not the Furnace itself, unless, you know, it's somehow jolted forward by something. Alright, Evo Furnace of his does die right there without really getting much value. Nice, okay, we killed everything. Let's just get a Mighty Miner down right here. He does go in for his Goblin Giant. I almost want a Hog Rider here, guys, but I feel like it might not be worth it. Yeah, I think it's not really worth it here to Hog Rider. I say we just get an Evo Cannon down. Nice, we kill the Goblin Demolisher. Not Demolisher, I meant, wait, what's that card called? Oh, Goblin Machine, that's what it's called. I forgot the name of it, it's been so long. Oh, he's gonna get a cannon down. I think I'm gonna be too late with my Earthquake here. Or maybe the Skeletons can get some hits on the tower. Okay, we make him go for his Skeletons. Kind of an even situation right here, guys, on both of my towers, so he could really go either lane. He might go in the same lane, I guess, so he could try to stack up troops, but he has more damage on the left side right now. We're just going to go for probably a Log and 2 Earthquakes here to kill this Goblin Machine and Furnace of his. I mean, we're probably not going to get that much damage on the Goblin Machine, but we're kind of DPSing stuff down. We're actually almost killing these cards before they're even crossing the bridge. Bro, this guy can't even cross the darn bridge. And he's going to have to get a Lightning down here, but I'm not going to give him value. Nice, we go for the really high cannon there on purpose, guys. That was such a good cannon. If I went for it a little bit lower, he probably would have got a nice Lightning on everything, but I made sure that I got some good spacing going right there. Oh, his cannon card did move forward just a little bit, so it did get on my Furnace, but we're just going to kill his Furnace here with our spells, basically. We're going to get another Furnace down low. You can see the most important thing is that we're never feeding his Evo Furnaces. That's really what's putting us in a good spot. Okay, he's probably going to Lightning right here, right? Yeah, he does go for the very late Lightning. We get an Earthquake down, though. Hog Rider gets straight on the tower there. And man, this game was not even close. We just had such good responses. Now, finally, guys, the number 1 player in the world's deck right now is actually this really weird Boss Bandit Bridge Spam deck. I did play this deck in CRL, I remember. Well, a very similar variation, except I think I had no Evo Furnace up in there, but Yeah, apparently this deck actually works quite well now, guys. With the Furnace, you just get so much bridge spam and really good defense. I feel like Furnace is kind of a natural fit in these bridge spam decks because it always forces out the Valkyries, the Knights, and stuff like that people would normally like to save for your boss Bandit and stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting. Oh man, this guy is Elixir Golem. Now we do have the Cannoneer in this deck, guys, so stuff could go interestingly, but I don't know, it's looking kind of good so far. I feel like the Curse is actually going to help us out a lot here in this matchup. I actually saw some people calling for the Goblin Curse to get a nerf, which is kind of crazy because after it got the original couple nerfs, you know, it was like really broken, then it got the original couple nerfs to it, and then it was just completely useless and trash, but it seems like it's slowly been getting better and better inside of the meta over time, and apparently now people are actually wanting it to get nerfed, which feels kind of insane. This guy does get his Skelly King and everything down, but I think we can probably just get a Bar Barrel here. We actually have triple spell in this deck, so pretty good defense to Swarm. We do get our Goblin Curse here, not going to be a crazy amount of goblins, but maybe it will give us like a tower hit or two. Let's see though. With the Zap there, we do get 3 Goblin Stabs. No, 4 Goblin Stabs, wow. Alright, he goes for the Night Witch in the back. I think Night Witch is probably going to be the most difficult thing for us to stop here. He's saying well played. I don't know if he can deal with my Evo Furnace, guys. I don't know like what spell he has though, that's the issue. I don't know. Oh, he does have the lightning. I kind of expected that when he played the E-Golem. I'm going to say well played to this guy as well then. Nice, we get so many goblins there. Nice, okay, we defend that. He does get a little bit of damage, guys, but that's pretty good for us. I think we could just get a Furnace in the back, just trying to cycle back to our Furnace evolution. And maybe I'll get my Battle Ram down as well. Yeah, let's get a Battle Ram down right here. I have my Curse plus Zap if I need it. I think it's actually worth it to go for it on these Evo Archers, otherwise they'd be so annoying. I kind of expected my Battle Ram to die right there, guys. I just want to just get myself in a decent situation, even though I knew the Battle Ram would die. Oh, wait, are we going to die here? Dang, our stuff just died right there. Thought maybe our things would survive. I think I'll just get my Curse plus Zap right here, guys, on these Archers. That's good, and then let's just go for the Evo Ram. And then we get a Heal Spirit, so whatever he plays here maybe is just going to end up healing it. Nice! Wow, he has to go for a whole Lightning there. That is not what he wanted, guys. That is not what he wanted at all. I think I'll get this up high so it can kind of kill the Night Witch and the Skelly King. This is good. Dude, the Furnace is carrying us so hard this match, guys. I think without the Furnace, this matchup would actually be so difficult, or at least a little bit difficult, but man, this is actually so easy right now having the Furnace up in this deck. Let's just get our Curse plus Sap here, getting a couple Goblins out of that. Battle Ram does charge on the tower, and the Barbarian does take the win for us.